Okay. Alright, might as well open that for next group. This one we already know is gone, but it became part of the Foundation. The IJAMEA.
Oh, yeah, this one.
Yeah, the one where the content farms kept fucking them up. Anyways.
Yeah, they went all crazy racist with that group.
Yeah. Overview. The Imperial Japanese Anomalous Matters Examination Agency, or IJAMEA, not to be confused with the Foundation's precursor, IGAMEA, the Imperial German Anomalous Matters Examination Agency, didn't know that was a thing, was Japan's official and primary anomaly agency in the period from the Meiji Restoration in 1868 until the end of World War II in 1945. IJAMEA was founded with the purpose to bring Japan up to the speed with Western esoterics research, acting as a modern counterpart to pre-existing so-called primitive groups. In its capacity, the IJAMEA cataloged hundreds of different anomalies spread throughout Japan and her colonies, conducted extensive research on these, and undertook numerous projects aiming to utilize the anomalous for the greater good of the fledgling empire. IJAMEA saw its most significant role during World War II when it attempted to weaponize several anomalies to assist military forces in the war against the Allies. Rushed planning and insufficient funds, however, resulted in few of these programs bearing fruit. The IJAMEA was formally disbanded with the Treaty of San Francisco in 1951, and most of its assets were either transferred to GOC control or covertly acquired by the Foundation. However, Imperial loyalists and Japanese nationalists within it kept IJMEA alive in the post-war years, this time as a clandestine organization, during which its main focus was checking the spread of communist influence in Japan and East Asia. Today, it primarily serves to care for the well-being of Japan's diverse but faltering anomalous ecology, and supports various nationalist agendas with its ties to prominent politicians, business people, and cultural personalities throughout Japan. It seeks to return some political power to the imperial family and return Japan to the great power status. It actively seeks to exploit the various anomalies in its possession for this purpose. The Foundation is seen as a foreign rival at best, and agents are exercise due caution when interacting with IJAMEA personnel. Okay, so it's only in one universe where they actually became part of the Foundation.
Okay.
In that one SCP, that was the only time that happened. Now they're enemies.
So, lawful evil.
Oh, we're gonna come over here. Oh.
I mean, if you want to read more, you can, but, like, based upon the reasoning that I've already laid out, they're an arm of an Imperial structure, and in this case, they literally were a part of the fascist regimes during World War II.
I kind of want to see what they did in post-war. See if they got worse.
Alright.
Yeah,
why do you want to know?
I'm just curious. Anyway, following the dissolution of IJMEA in 1945, many former operatives have since joined the Foundation and various groups of interest ranging from...
Is Bright cutting out from just me, or...?
No, not just you.
It's every damn time I read from the hub.
We love you.
Anyways, following the dissolution of IJMEA in 1945, many former operatives have since joined the Foundation and various groups of interest, ranging from the Global Occult Coalition and GRUP to the Chaos Insurgency and Marshall Carter and Dark Limited. Some even returned to civilian lives, choosing to forget their involvement with IJAMEA altogether, but there were some who continued to fight under the banner of IJAMEA. Among these remnants, two notable subgroups can be distinguished: the Kakure Shogun, and the Jirai. Note that these terms will be deemed derogatory to actual members of either subgroup, as most still refer to themselves as the true agents of IJAMEA. Well, I'm not glad that I read that next part, 'cause I'm not sure if that was even bad to say.
I right.
I think they probably don't like those nicknames because it
Oh.
suggests that they are not the true IGMEA.
Right. This is like feeling that you're
Oh.
gonna get in trouble because you called the Mormon church Mormons despite the fact that they don't like being called Mormons anymore.
Ow.
Like, it's that sort of offense.
Oh,
You're
okay.
fine.
It's not related to reality as well.
I saw derogatory. I was like, oh fuck.
I think the word derogatory just means slur. Full stop.
I'm sorry. This isn't the first time where I read something bad in an SCP article. Remember that one
I
moment in SCP tier list?
well, yeah, I know. And I mean, it's fair to be cautious, but this is the sort of thing where, like, I feel like we would both expect you to have the reading comprehension necessary to realize that that's not something to worry about.
Alright. Anyways. Now that I know it's fine to keep saying, Kakuri Shogun. The Kakuri Shogun, aka Hidden General, represents a post-war adaptation of IJAMEA against the backdrop of discredited militarism. Militarism. Why I say military is...
Militarism.
I know.
Militarism.
Oh no, that sounds like something like veganism.
Yeah. As the Allied occupation dismantled all aspects of Japanese militarism. I almost did it again. In the public sphere, the private sphere, i.g. the family, became the last safe haven for IJAMA loyalists. Thus, the family became the foundation for the Kakuri Shogun's existence, drawing parallels to the Kakuri Kurishiten. Or Kurishiten. That's probably how you...
I think that would be Kirishiten.
Kurishiten, got it. A term referring to the Japanese Catholics who practice Catholicism, particularly during the Tokugawa period. Period. God damn it.
Are you okay?
No.
Okay, if I remember correct, isn't that period like the section of Japanese history where like basically all uh outside religions were banned?
Probably. Yeah. In many respects, the Kakuri Shogun are said to be exemplars of Hone and Tatame, translates to true sound and built in front respectively. These two terms reflect the contrast between an individual's true feelings and desires and behaviors and opinions expressed in a public setting. Maintaining a strong public facade whilst keeping their IJAMEA allegiance to themselves, their respective families, and close allies. Despite the moniker, almost none of the Kakuri shoguns descended from shogunal clans, and only a handful were actually IJAMEA generals. In fact, many hold a multitude of mundane occupations ranging from salarymen and CEOs to musicians and animators. The rank of general is widely believed to be a self-designated, and those members' initial belief that they are the only remaining IJAMEA members. Later generations would also use the rank of general, claiming that they inherited their parents' titles. Holding the superficial commanding office, many Kakuri shogun continue to develop IJAMEA operation reports and exploit their occupations to further their goals. Many Kakuri shogun have exploited Japan's economic miracle to establish bases around the world, allowing to operate with minimal scrutiny. Some are said to have backed right-wing political parties and supported Japan's remilitarization.
Oh.
Yeah.
While there are rumors that former IJAMEA members working within the Foundation and other groups of are Kakuri Shogun, it is speculated to be an exaggeration propagated to weaken or intimidate such organizations. The modus operandi of the Kakuri Shogun vary by individual. While it might be easy to assume that they desire the destruction of America and conquest of Asia, some recovered operation reports drafted by Kakuri Shogun suggest non-military objectives, e.g. protection of the paranormal community in Japan. It is postulated that these non-military objectives are simple tactics to gain a moral high ground and thus an alternative path towards victory, or as compensation for military victory that could not be fully materialized at that time. Although the first generation of Kakuri Shogun are exclusively male due to the demographics of IJAMEA, female Kakuri Shoguns are not unheard of in subsequent generations. In very rare cases, there have been incidents of non-human entities filling the role of Kakuri Shogun. Alright. The Jirai, the other group, essentially the IJAMEA counterpart to the Japanese holdouts, which was a term referring to Japanese soldiers in the Pacific Theater who, after Japan's surrender, doubted the veracity of the surrender and have no awareness of it. The Jirai, aka Landmine, are called so due to their secretive status and indiscriminate sudden attacks on anyone, military or civilian. Initially assumed to be the same as their IJA and IGN counterparts, subsequent decades have changed the characteristics that define the Jirai. Contemporary paranormal academia thus classifies the Jirai into the following subcategories. First Wave Jirai, composed of MI Missing in Action IJAMEA members who did not know of or believe in Japan's formal surrender. Over the decades, it is believed that some of the first wave Jirai might have utilized anomalous means to remain in hiding or extend their lives. Second wave Jirai, believed to have been inspired by the Viet Cong following America's withdrawal from the Vietnam War, known to publicize attacks to shape public opinion and to expose the existence of Kakuri Shoguns within the Foundation and other global organizations involved with the paranormal. Third Wave Jirai, composed mainly of Kakuri Shogun household members born after World War II, apparently largely inspired by 21st century terrorist organizations, known to express irritation towards the apparent inaction of their Kakuri Shogun relatives and thus take direct actions. Despite the aforementioned classification system, the Jirai are poorly understood with drastic variations in modus operandi. The full extent of Jirai is still unknown, but believed to be dwindling. Due to their isolation, the Jirai are typically less focused on IJAMEA operation reports, instead prioritizing action. That being said, the sheer diversity of Jirai meant that exceptions are to be expected. E.g., some recovered post-war IJAMEA operations are carried out by members of Jirai splinter organizations. So the second wave is kind of really bad. If they constantly try to reveal stuff about the paranormal to the widespread world.
Every iteration of it is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we got a good amount of information from them. Apparently what we thought was going to be part in the same category as the Foundation is no longer the case.
Oh, I never expected that. Yeah, just lawful evil.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. This stuff. Let's see if it gets even worse. I need to stop forgetting to read this stuff. Alright. From 4007, science is the vehicle by which man attains mastery over nature, to impose one's will on nature, to showcase the superiority that we know we have been given, and to push the boundaries of what is possible. These are the rights by which science shows us the way. Our work here has proven instrumental to expanding our knowledge and to securing the future of our nation. Logically, to take another's power and grant it our own is the next step in ensuring that our future is always secure no matter what threat we may face. From 2953, even she's adopted Chosen traits, Tamaro no Mei is still a Japanese. She is technically not an abnormal material. She should not be surrendered to foreigners. Oh.
I'm sorry to break it to them, but people can be adopted.
Yeah.
People can live around non-Japanese and be Japanese.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, yeah, but you gotta remember they're an offshoot of an ethno-nationalist fascist.
You're right.
Yeah.
They don't care
Imperial.
about what might be best for her. They care about what's best for their people.
Yeah, here's the next one. 2937. Dear General Okakura, you are authorized to carry out Operation Izanami. All our prisoners of war will be sent to your location. You are to use them in their totality. And what Professor Shimobi says about the results of this ritual of his is true, this should become an attack to dwarf this new weapon of the Americans. So most likely all those prisoners of wars are dead.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
It sounds like they're using those prisoners of war to either experiment or fuel some kind of anomalous A-bomb.